round 3 of the Reykjavik Open. And we have some clashes today, so the players, title players are starting to meet now, and there's been some interesting results already on the top boards and even lower down. It's been another coldish day, but spring is coming, so I'm expecting the weather's going to get slightly better now, hopefully. It is quite cold.
Yeah, it's quite windy as well.
It is windy, it's always windy over here, windy, snowy and everything. So, my name's Simon Williams, I'm playing in the tournament. I've had quite a good start, I'm on 3 out of 3, and this is my friend here also playing the tournament. So
you don't want to put your name, no?
Well, I could do. I'll let you pronounce. I'll let you pronounce it.
I'll say it in Icelandic. I'm Yuriy Thorfinnsson.
Okay.
And I'm doing
nice
okay.
And clear.
2 out of 3. I lost against Reykjavik yesterday, but otherwise doing okay.
Interesting French defence you had yesterday. It looked like quite an interesting game, but difficult with black against some of these players as well. I mean, you know, very, very strong player. But I saw he drew today against this young American player. I mean, if we just have a look at the results to start with today's actions. Well, board 1 we had Yuriy Kuzubov versus Fabiano Caruana. So very interesting pairing that. I mean, I know Yuriy Kuzubov has beaten a lot of strong players in her career. And it looked like a very interesting game actually, but when I went to go and view the game, I don't know if you saw this as well, but they're very short on time. They had about 30 seconds left each, and I think there was a lot of mistakes actually at the end, but I think Fabiano was always doing okay in that game.
Yeah, but I heard it was a bit up and down, and Irina had some chances. So
yeah, I think the opening seemed to go quite well. If you get a chance to look at that game, I mean, the games we're going to concentrate on today, we're going to have a quick look at my game. And then we're going to have a look at the game on board. Let me just find the board.
Board 9.
Board 9.
Yeah.
And would you like to do the Icelandic pronunciation, or do you want me to try?
You can try.
I'll try. Okay, so I've heard this is Bragi Thorfinnsson. Is that?
Yeah, it was close enough.
It was
Bragi
close.
Thorfinnsson.
Bragi Thorfinnsson. Yeah. Okay, and of course it looks like Bragi because it's B-R-A-G-I.
Yeah.
Just how you say it. Bragi. Surely.
Bragi is fine, you know.
Bragi. Okay. That's a proper way of saying it.
Not really, but yeah.
Okay. Proper way for us English people.
Yeah.
And well, Bragi is actually Bjorn's brother, and well, he's a very strong player, and he was playing last year's winner of the tournament, Kuzubov. And we're going to have a look at that game later on. But it's a very interesting game. I think well, it looked like Bragi was very nice. I'm getting better. Was always in charge actually, so it seemed like I played a very good game, and yeah, it was good stuff. Other interesting results. Okay, well, most of the top boards have gone to plan.
Yeah, Navarra won. Yeah, like you said, Krivolsko drew.
Yeah. Chiparinov won on board 4. Sokolov, who always has a good tournament in Reykjavik, won on board 5.
Let's see, Yifan, did she draw?
Yeah, it's a draw. Yeah, Yifan drew. So this is a bit of a shock.
Yeah, a bit of an upset.
Because she's on top form, and she was only playing at FM. But Thomas Treller from Germany, 24-10, and well, actually, I was speaking to someone earlier in the bar, and they were going over the game on their computer with one of the top programs, and at the time he said, well, basically the program thought it was a nearly perfect game. It looked like there was no mistakes from either side, and well, chess, as we know, is a draw if you play perfectly. So that's maybe what happened. It was just a perfect game and a draw. Okay, so then Robert Hess beat your countryman, another countryman.
Yeah, he's been playing some weird opening lines.
Robert Hess. Yeah, what was it today? It was a Czech, wasn't it? Czech opening or something. Very strange, but he was trying to make it quite messy from playing this early queen to a5.
Yeah, and round 2 he played, I think it's called a Gingy Indian. He played c5, f5. C5, T6,
the Caledonian. Oh, this one. Okay, yeah. I know the one. Oh no, that's something else. Yeah. Okay. No, I know the one you mean. Yeah. So, okay, yeah, I saw that. That was interesting opening as well. So yeah, so it's always nice when you get players playing slightly different openings because you know it's a bit different. I like seeing different things from the openings. Gawain had another.
Won.
He won. He's having a good tournament.
Doing well lately as well.
He's playing very well. Yeah, I mean, he's going to be.
He was level with Short and Adams in Bunratty.
Bunratty, yeah.
By the way, one of my favorite tournaments ever.
Oh yeah,
we played there.
We did. You brought a gang of Vikings over for that one, didn't you?
It was so much fun.
It was, yeah. Wasn't there about 10 Vikings who came over for that?
Actually, it was just 5, but you know,
it felt like
you
10.
can multiply by 2.
It felt like 10. Yeah, it felt at least like 10. You know, maybe 20 even. But that was great fun. Yeah, great tournament. But
I would love to go again.
Okay, well, hopefully, you're more than welcome next year, I'm sure. So actually, this year we shared a house, so you can actually get a big house there, which is quite nice. But anyway, another good tournament to play in Bunratty tournament in Ireland. Okay, so backline 1, and then a very interesting clash on board 11. What do you reckon dinner's going to be like over this one? Well, this is very interesting. You had on board 11 Alina Almi, versus her husband.
I mean, how do they prepare? You know.
How do they prepare?
The roommates, I guess. So
I guess they're roommates.
Corner, you know.
I know.
What are you doing?
One person's got their book over there, and the other one's over there. So
I'm going to the bathroom. I want to look at your computer. It's okay.
Don't walk near me. Yeah. So I mean, beating your wife, that could be some danger there, surely.
Yeah, really, he can't lose, you know, he loses the advantage in the relationship, so...
You can't lose, obviously, he can't lose. He's a stronger player, he can't lose, that's for clear, because otherwise... I mean, I actually heard some stories where there's been some breakups over loss of games, you know, so I do recall some stories of the lower-rated person beating their boyfriend, and the boyfriend dumping them afterwards, so let's hope they have a pleasant dinner tonight anyway.
We had an interesting case in the Icelandic League where...
Okay.
One girl almost beat her ex-husband. So
her ex-husband. Okay.
She had made in 2 actually, but
made in 2. Oh, right. So that'd be a nice bit of revenge anyway. So good. So anyway, I'm sure they have a nice dinner tonight.
Yeah. Well, I think we should give them credit for playing a real game. That's some kind of short draw.
Times to see this pairing, just a quick draw.
Just a draw. I guess so. I mean, also it's quite funny because Alina had the white pieces, so you kind of think. A draw would be possible because she's a very good player, 23-72, but it was quite a hard-fought game in the end.
Just a quick look. I think they played the E4 line in the Nimso.
In the Nimso, it's quite a sharp line as well.
So.
Okay, but it must be difficult because I'm sure they probably study together and like you say, they've got their computers in opposite rooms and opposite ends of the room. Yeah, difficult playing your husband or wife.
Well,
interesting.
Alina has 3 IM norms, so she's just a few points short of getting her IM title as well.
So that's knocked her back.
Playing around.
Do you reckon if she needed a draw for the IM title? No, that would be harsh. That would be just one step too far. A draw for the IM title and your husband says no and beats you.
That's a breakup.
That'll be no activity for a while, should we say? Okay.
Let's go on.
Okay, let's go to the game. So, I guess... I mean,
like these guys are still playing.
Yeah, and if we go down, there's a couple more draws down. I saw Hans Steffensen, who normally has a good tournament here, drew. Yeah. But no real other major upsets.
Maybe as well.
Yeah, I think tomorrow's going to be fascinating. Look at some real clashes.
Cherenchenko, she drew against Kranis.
Okay.
So she beat Schulman yesterday.
Wow, she's having a great tournament. This is on board 17. So Svetlana versus Krengis, and she had a brilliant result yesterday, beating Schulman, and today she's drawn with another strong GM. So having a very good tournament so far. And someone did mention earlier it was National Women's Day today, or something along those lines. So so at least we've had a couple of comments about.
It's international.
International, maybe international. Okay, I can't imagine you have such a national day. Sorry, but okay.
So shout out to all the women in our life, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Hi.
Well, there are quite a lot of women playing here in Reykjavik, actually.
Okay. Yeah. All everyone watching. Yeah. Who's female or not.
So politics out of the way, let's go.
Politics out of the way. Should we look at some chess now? How about that? Okay.
Well, let's go over the results a little bit more.
Okay, so let's see, any more upsets from the young... I saw there was one interesting role, a young Icelandic junior. If we go further down, here we go, on board 31. This was quite a big upset, wasn't it? So this was...
Did he just enter the tournament today?
He entered today, yeah. So
he just entered the tournament on a short notice before, because International Master Silas Lund had to withdraw.
So this is on board 31, Christina Anderson versus Dagur Kjartansson. Okay. Well, getting better, maybe. Getting better.
Getting pretty good.
Yeah. So that was
that's quite a rating difference and a big upset, I think.
Yeah, massive upset. Like 600-point rating difference on that board. So very impressive result there. Any other? Okay, Schulman. Schulman only drew. Wow. Oh. Cool, Schulman, you only drew this game as well. I mean, this is
this guy, Björnsson, he's the brother of the guy you played.
Okay, Bjorn Bjornsson. Yeah. So, lots of Bjorns going on there. And that's on board 29. So, this guy drew with Schulman. So, Schulman's...
he's having much more than...
I mean, I suppose now it's getting to that end where you're going to find...
And we should mention also maybe at board 23, Einar Hatti Jensson, he drew against Fabian Lipsiewski.
Okay, so So the Icelandic actually are doing very well.
Yeah, he drew yesterday against Steingrímsson, so he's having a good tournament.
I actually find like some nations are quite underrated compared to other nations, and I think probably Iceland.
I think Iceland is definitely one of them.
Very underrated players, because I guess you guys don't get a chance to play as many tournaments as you'd like to, you know.
Exactly.
When you're living in Europe, Central Europe, you can play a number of tournaments, whilst if you're living in Iceland, you don't play as much, but you've got lots of underrated players. I found this, and for lots of dangerous players.
Yeah, Einar, he hasn't played for many years. He was in the junior Olympic team, which beat your team, if you remember.
Yeah.
Don't you remember?
I do, yeah.
So they won the title, actually.
Under 16s, I was playing.
Pluck it every time.
Well, that was a long time ago. So that was about 16 years ago. Actually, another person who's entered the room was playing the same team as me. The English team in the under 16 World Olympiad was me, Nicholas Pertz, Adam Hunt, and Ruth Sheldon. And for some reason, I was playing board 1. And the Icelandic team was yourself, Bjorn.
No, not me.
It wasn't you? Oh, okay, sorry. It was Bjorn, who's lurking in the audience today. Yeah. He's having a day off today, so
and then Hjalti.
Okay, and
Young Victor.
Young Victor was playing.
And Bragi.
Quite a funny story there, actually. I had the worst tournament of my life. I got half out of 7, and if I'd have got 1 point more, we'd have actually got the gold medal or something, instead of the silver medal. So, so I let everyone down on that one. Half out of 7 is pretty bad.
Here, Simon. It's okay.
Oh, that's okay then. Brilliant. Anyway, talking about upsets, there was a bit of an upset yesterday, and I was playing the Viking Basher, who beat one of our commentators yesterday, very unfortunately. Bjorn will be back. We know that for a start. So, but. I was playing Bjornsson, who had, well, I don't know what the game was like yesterday, but it was he had a good result yesterday. Only 21.50, but obviously to be treated with some respect. So, I mean, should we move into the game? We'll have a quick look at it.
I'll get a quick word about him, because
okay, sure.
I mean, he's a solid player. He's already beaten, in January we had the Reykjavik City Championship, and he beat the top seed there.
Okay.
Then he beat Stefánsson.
I beat Stefánsson,
main grandmaster in the league.
Yeah,
so you know, he's a dangerous opponent.
So you can, again, another Icelandic player is probably underrated. He can play only 21.50. So this is a danger. You've got to treat everyone with like equal amounts of respect, really, when you're playing them.
Yeah.
And okay, well, it's funny because when I was preparing for him, I mean, I spent a little bit of time, and I saw he played lots of, well, I think it's fair to say, quite boring systems. And then all of a sudden, well, I went D4 because I thought he'd, you know, try to keep it under control. Like I said, at the end of first round, I'm going to try to play a very boring tournament, swap all the pieces off, swap the queens off, and go for the rook ending. That's my philosophy here. So that's why I went D4. Okay, I went C4, E6, knight F3, and every game I could find of him, he's played bishop B4 check. Yes. So this is what I prepared for today. And I thought, okay, I'm happy to play that because it's quite boring. And then he lashed out with a move C5, which I wasn't particularly happy to see. I thought, well, this is a bit more aggressive, this C5 move, and I thought, I don't actually know what to do against Benoni.
How do you get the ending there, man?
I know, well, exactly, how do I get the ending? I mean, it's a good question. Well, I thought I'd push the pawn. That's got to be quite a decent move. And then he played B5, the Bloomfield gamut. And, well, this is...
that's about the last opening I would guess he would play.
That's why I was so shocked. He's a solid player, and he's lashing out with a move B5. So I was, I was quite surprised to see that. And, well, it was quite interesting, because I know we have Bjorn in the room. At the weekend, I played Icelandic League Championships, and Bjorn was telling me a line to play against this, some line against Bloomfield, and I sat there for 10 minutes trying to remember what you told me, but obviously I could only remember about 2 moves of it. What's the line? Actually, we've got Bjorn in the room. Apparently a very trendy line nowadays against this. I think it starts D takes E6, F takes E6, and then knight to C3. Is that right?
No, it's...
okay,
it's never been played before, so you're revealing my...
Okay, so apparently this has never been played before, so we'll stop there. Okay. That was another Bjorn. There's lots of Bjorns in Iceland. That was Bjornsson, Bjorn, Bjornsson. So yeah.
That's Bjornsson, Bjorn, Bjornsson, Serial Bjorn.
The serial Bjorn. Okay, so let's not think about that. I could have unleashed your novelty at the board then. I was trying to work it out, but it looked like I was just going to get my knight trap. So anyway, okay. My opponent, so I went bishop G5. This is a more solid way of playing, rather than capturing the pawn and capturing on B5. And now he played H6. And, well, my memory's not particularly good anymore. Well, I don't know why that could be, but my memory's not as what it should be. And I was trying to remember what to do here. Well, I guess taking on F6 looked natural. He took with the queen. Then I was considering playing queen to C2, but I recalled there's some line where you go knight to, well, basically put your knight on C7 and win a rook. It was a bit dangerous though, because he was moving very quickly, and I was worried that I might get out prepped here. So, but I went knight c3. I guess he really has to go b4, otherwise they'll probably get a pleasant position. Yeah. So he went b4, and now knight to b5, and this is already quite an interesting position because obviously knight c7 check is quite a big threat. So my opponent went king to d8. So weird opening, and I don't know what the theory move is, but queen a4 looked very natural. The idea is if he takes on b2, I was going to play queen a5 check, and then he has to play something like king e7. And this is a really bizarre position.
Surely you can't allow that.
No, that's why I didn't play it. Yeah. So, and I thought the king might try to run around here, but it looks like beginner's chess, doesn't it? So, okay, so that's why he went a5, and I was quite happy when he played a5, because at least I'm not going to lose a piece now, because I was a bit worried that my piece might go walkies. And the natural move here was castling queenside, which I thought was quite a decent idea. Very natural move to play. But I was kind of a little bit concerned maybe at some point if he takes here that. I don't know, his bishop might come to a6 in some line. I don't know. Yeah, my knight's still in, maybe something like this. I thought I'd just sacrifice the pawn. Like I said, I'm going to play very boring chess this tournament, so as we can see.
It's still difficult to trap the knight, I think you just play e3 and you need to get the rook as well.
I think you're right. So. I think maybe I can just castle the queenside here. It looks like the most solid move, but I was quite, to be fair, I went e4. I thought, well, okay, I'll let him take this pawn. I'm not really that bothered, because at least he has to lose some tempo over his queen. At least then when I get to the ending, I'll be a pawn down. So, okay.
E4 is slightly more ginger-like.
Ginger-like, yeah. Okay. It's kind of the old way I play chess. Maybe just a rubbish move.
You play E4,
Yeah, I mean, it's probably just a bad move, to be honest. But let's have a look. Well, I guess he's got to take this pawn, otherwise E5. And now I have to go rook B1. And now he played a good move here. I was going to say that surprised me, but... only because I didn't really consider it that much, but it's the most obvious move in the board when you look at it. He actually went g5, which is, I had an idea in mind as soon as he played this. I mean, but yeah, it's a good idea, because he wants to basically go, if I play, that's not what I'm going to play, let's say I play something like bishop e2, maybe he can consider going g4, then if my knight has to go to a bad square, then he can plonk his queen on e5.
Yeah, e5 looks like
it's a lovely square for the queen. Lovely square, yeah. How do I get rid of that queen? I'm not sure. So I wanted to try to avoid this. So actually G5 is a very good move. I played bishop to D3 because my idea, and now this is where I think he probably made one of the major mistakes of the game. He should continue with G4. And my idea here was, can you spot my idea? Come on, think ginger.
Come on.
Think ginger. Think ginger.
Think ginger.
Yeah. Do? It's a knight move.
It's a knight move. Knight F to D4.
Yeah, think ginger. That's the one. This is what I intended to play when I saw G4.
You want to trap the queen?
Yeah, the idea is if he takes my knight, this is actually quite a common theme in this game, his queen gets trapped quite a lot. If he takes the knight, then I go rook to B1, and it's goodbye queen. Yeah. But actually, I suddenly saw around here that he can play bishop to A6, and I think he's doing okay here. Quite a bizarre position.
Yeah, because he always takes with tempo on B5.
Because the point is, if I go rook B1 now, he goes bishop takes B5. I can try queen takes B5 and queen B7. I mean, it's getting
getting complicated. I mean, can you check on A5 first? Is that?
Sorry?
After bishop A6, can you take on A5?
Aha, take on A5. Did I just maybe? Yeah, okay. So that's just a good move. God, half asleep today, wasn't I? Take on A5, just a good move. And well, okay, let's play a couple more moves because it's a rather crazy position. Okay, it's D6 here.
Oh, what about E5 maybe? I don't know.
Oh, E5. Wow.
Before.
Yeah. Okay, it looks very dangerous. We're here.
Looks
okay.
Just trying,
okay. Just trying to make me, aren't you?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, that looks very. I mean, this looks very dangerous for black, doesn't it? Sorry, F6. Bishop. Oh, here then here.
Because you have like this.
Okay, yeah, very nice.
Smothered knight theme as well.
Yeah, with the knight coming in and knight E6. I mean,
knight E6, d8.
Let's have a look. So that's quite a nice line. If he goes, okay, let's say he plays. I don't know. Let's say he takes
D4.
Yeah, okay, take a piece.
D6.
D6 here.
Knight C7.
Yeah. Here.
Let's just checkmate immediately.
Yeah.
But what about?
And it's checkmate.
Yeah, even if he gets the knight out, it's it's pretty that way.
So maybe this knight d4 just looks very strong. So if g4, knight d4, probably just a very strong move. Okay, so that's why I didn't play it. He went queen f6 immediately. And I thought, well, if I give him a move, he might go e5 himself and block it up. So I went e5, attacking his queen. He has to keep his queen active, otherwise there's going to be a lot of trouble. Queen f4. And now, originally I was going to just castle kingside here, and I think I'll get a lot of play. He probably has to grab another pawn. Here, take here, and then just rook e1 or something. And I thought this should be very good play for 2 pawns, because all my pieces developed, and I'm probably just going to blow him away.
Got the queen out.
He's just moving his queen around. He's
such a weird position.
It's a very odd position, yeah. You can't really play chess like this, though, can you? You can't put your king on d8 and then move your queen around for the rest of the game. That's what you do when you're a 6-year-old girl, isn't it? So, yeah. Did you lose this play yesterday, Bjorn? Sorry. Okay, no. You're laughing at the moment, but I'm sure you won't be later when you see me. Okay. No, okay, but I had quite a lucky opening here, but instead, okay, well, to be fair, he hasn't maybe done too much wrong, and maybe it's just a bad opening. But I saw quite an interesting idea. Okay, I went queen c2. My crafty idea was, was after g4, I was going to play g3. And if queen takes f3, bishop to e4, which traps the queen.
Lots of trapping the queen.
Yeah, I was saying, this queen just runs around the board and you just got to hunt it down. So that's the idea. Okay, my opponent played bishop b7. I thought maybe he should take on d5 here, because then when I take, it at least has some b3 check, b3 trick and queen b4 to get out of trouble. But he went bishop b7, so bishop e4, very logical. And now if he takes on d5, I think I'd just go bishop takes d5 even at some point, and this d5 is going to be killing. I'm not really worried about this knight coming out. It's not too scary. So he went f5, and okay, I took that one. So at least his queen can get away now. And now again, I think he played another which looked rather suspect move, but I think his position is just collapsing here. I mean, all my pieces are doing well.
It looks bad.
It looks horrible, and I'm threatening some stuff like this at some stage, not now. If the queen takes on f6, maybe at some point. So he went e5, and now okay, if you can go queen f6, he might be okay. So now about trapping the queen, bishop f5. Ooh. It's all about trying to keep that queen from running home to mama. So keep that queen out, keep it trapped if I can. And well, I guess if something like this again, I can go g3 again, can I, at some stage? Or well, no, sorry, I just take on e4. Queen takes e4, simple. Oh no, sorry, if g4 again, then I've always got g3. That's the point behind my play. And I've got queen takes. Oh no, I haven't got it here. Okay, so g4. Oh, sorry, I'll just go knight to h4 here. I've got this g6 square as well, which is very strong. So okay, he's in serious trouble now. And okay, the game. I'll show you how the game finished quickly. He went d6, and I couldn't see a way to trap the queen here. I wouldn't be surprised if there is a way I can put it under more pressure, but I couldn't. I thought I'd just develop. My idea was to go rook e3 and then g3, and I couldn't see anything he's going to do in this position. So maybe there is a way to trap the queen. I don't know. I couldn't see one at the time.
Yeah, no, I was going to try king e2, but I was taking f3 with check. So.
King e2, then g4, I guess. Yeah. Maybe king e2 is interesting. Okay, I mean, I thought I'd castle here because all his pieces still need to get out of jail. And another point is, if he goes knight d7, then I just take this piece. This is one problem he has. If he allows me to take anything, then my queen comes to the square, and it's just game over. So he went knight a6, rook fe1, knight c7, and now rook e3. So g3 is a threat. Knight takes b5, and now I have to avoid playing g3 here, which was my first idea, because he's got the rather annoying knight to a3.
And he can take on c4 with the queen.
He can take on c4 with the queen. If I go queen a4, threatening mate, he takes on f5. So just got to avoid that little trick. So I probably can actually. Maybe g3 was a good move.
Yeah, the bishop goes the queen. Yeah, rook takes.
Saw a lot in this game, didn't I?
That's just game over.
Well, another thing you can do after g3, you can actually give the queen up sometimes. And try to get some kind of, I don't know, it's probably losing as well. I guess the problem is when you see one winning line, you just play it. This is going to be winning as well, I'd assume, after something like this. It's got to be winning for me as well. Just take on e3. Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it's got to be winning.
Do you even have to take? I mean.
Yeah, knight takes b5. Yeah, that's probably g3 is a good move here. Okay, I mean the way it finished was probably equally as good because it went c takes b5. He's only got one way to save his queen here, and that's bishop c8. Anything else loses because I've got g3, bishop c8, bishop takes c8. I was expecting rook takes c8 here when I thought I saw one nice win with something like queen g6, threatening rook e4. So he's got to get his queen out of trouble, queen here. And now just b6. And my idea is to go f6 next move, and sometimes I even have rook takes e5, or sometimes knight takes e5.
Yeah, he can't move his pieces at all.
He can't move his pieces, yeah.
Bishop is stuck there for the
and if he tries this, and I think I'll just go f6, and this is pretty terminal. Bishop here, then I can just take here. And that's one of the problems. And go d6 next move. Take here, then d6.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then, okay, after king takes c8, I just went queen g6 and he resigned. Because rook e4 is a threat. And if queen here, the way I was going to finish the game was going to be queen here, check, here, check, here, and then the rival flash, rook takes e5.
And knight d7.
Yeah. Takes, knight takes, threatening his queen moves somewhere. Then here, here, and then either here or a6 checkmate. So.
No, move the pawn, b6 check.
b6 check. Make it last a bit longer. Okay, so that was my game anyway. So let's now move on to.
You can press this.
Aha.
Yeah.
We don't really want to save that, do we? Okay. I'll bring it up.
You could. Okay, yeah.
Right, just bring it up like
this.
We
got the, yeah, it's over there.
Okay, so now this is a game between Bjorn's brother. So Bragi, probably said that wrong again.
It was the best effort so far.
Best effort so far.
Yeah.
Good stuff. You haven't given me any names too difficult today, so I've survived so far. Bjorn's a lot crueler to me when he does this.
It's only the third round.
You're my friend, you see. Bjorn's evil.
Yeah, he's evil.
So, yeah, only the third round. Yeah, you're gonna wait till the last round until you hit me with some of those really horrible names. Yeah, you'll probably get me to say something really stupid on there, won't you? I'm sure that will happen. Okay. So anyway, this is Bragi's game against Kuzubov.
Yeah.
And it's a really nice game. I mean, basically, it looked like White was a stronger player in this game. He was really in control for most of the game. And yeah, okay, well, let's go through the moves. He played this Morozevich idea in the Nimzo. So in a minute after this, in this position, Morozevich was the first player to play this, wasn't he? C6, which is a very interesting idea, just to try to gain some pressure along the D file mainly in a number of positions. I mean, B takes, I think, is the main move, but Kuzubov played D.
It's a very good move also to take D5.
Ah, Bjorn saying D5 here?
Yeah, this was a game.
Okay.
Versus Shirov in the European.
Okay, so Grettersson versus Shirov, and this is a game Grettersson won, yeah?
Yes, he was white.
D5 and
okay.
Got almost a winning position, but then
okay. Grettersson sacked a piece and won that game, didn't he? Against Shirov. So this is a name really to watch out for in the Icelandic chess world. Grettersson, who's 18-year-old ginger chess player. So that obviously adds 100 points to his elo immediately. And he's only 18 years old. He's got 2 GM norms. He's about 2480, I guess, something like this. And he's only 18 years old. He plays very good chess. He beat Shirov in this line. He's had some great results. He actually plays in the English league with myself, and we're playing the Icelandic league with him. And he's a very talented player, very, very strong player. And I think he could easily be 2600 at some point in his life. So he's definitely a name to watch out for in Icelandic chess. I mean, probably one of your best talents, I guess. Would you say?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I mean, you've got a lot of juniors who are very strong in Iceland. I mean, it's you basically got a very strong chess culture here, haven't you? It's nice to have.
Picking up a bit again.
Yeah.
You got like, you know,
I was trying
8 to 12-year-olds. So that's
I was trying to apply to be your national coach earlier. Okay. Okay, right, so D5 is a good move. Okay, that's interesting actually, D5, yeah. Kind of makes some sense, this move, D5. But Kuzubov maybe wasn't expecting this, played D takes, and now, well, I mean, Bragi's play was very, probably said that completely wrong, but it was basically very natural. He just played bishop D2, rook E8, A3, so forcing his bishop to make a decision. If you take on C3, White gets a very good dark square bishop.
Yeah, just gets the bishop paired for almost 3.
It's a lovely piece, that bishop, isn't it? So yeah, raking down here, but I mean, this looks like a very good position, don't you think, for white? Have you ever played this opening yourself?
No.
No, you never played it? Oh, I could be tempted. But D5 is the move probably to be most worried about. So bishop F8, and now, you know what I'd play here? I'd castle queenside here. Immediately. I wouldn't even think about that move. I'd castle queenside here and worry about things later, but okay, maybe that's another option here, but okay, rook D1 is also a very sensible move, and E5, nothing serious yet, bishop G5, so I like that move. I mean, the bishop goes a better square, and we do some damage to black's pawns over
there. Put the queen on a pretty bad square.
Yeah, it's horrible on this E7 square, isn't it? Yeah. And, okay, I like this next move. This is a good move. Yeah. Pawns going forwards. G4.
It's like G4 every single move we're looking at here.
G4 or H4, yeah. You actually find G4 a lot of time in these lines, don't you? Some similar kind of lines in the Nimzo where white generally just, well, he always flicks it as G4.
We had the game with Sokolov yesterday, we looked at with a recent G4 idea as well.
Sokolov, yeah?
Yeah.
So, he won quite easily yesterday, and it should be mentioned today, he won, it seemed very easily today as well, so he seems to be very happy in this tournament, doesn't he? So he's always smiling and drinking red wine and enjoying himself. And
his home away from home. He comes here so often.
Yeah. And so I mentioned he's won first 9 times in Icelandic tournaments. In I don't know what other tournaments, but he's come first equal in the Reykjavik Open the last 2 years. Yeah, and he's won
the league 3 times, and
and small play
also. You know.
Yeah, so he loves it here. Yeah. So, yeah. And what other foreign players do you have maybe come here more than anyone else? More than
Christian Andersen.
Christian Andersen. Sebastian Mazet. Yeah. Okay. How did Sebastian get in today? Because the position looks a bit ropey. Do you know? This is Sebastian Mazet, French player. Used to come with Igor Nataf quite a lot of the time. Igor hasn't come for the last couple of years, but Mazet looked to have a bit of a suspect position, but I don't know how he got on. He made a draw. Okay, so he did well to save his game. Okay, so yeah, that's the thing. Lots of people will just return and return. So yeah, which is one of the great things about this place.
Now coming for the 3rd or 4th consecutive time.
Yeah, that's because it's such a nice tournament. Yeah. So knight c5. Black's trying to swap pieces off. Knight to h4, nice positional move. The knight's trying to come into f5. Queen e7, so you have to try to exchange this knight off if it comes. Now, around here it looks like white's kind of on the verge of doing some serious damage. I mean,
just got good control over the light squares and some possibilities for an attack.
Could you have done it? I'm wondering if he could go knight f5 here. I don't know. I mean, that may help. I don't think he's going to get any attack then, is he, with knight f5? I mean, ideally, you'd want to go bishop f5 here. Yeah. I mean, this is your positional plan. If you can remove, I mean, one way to kind of try to improve your chess is try to think what kind of minor pieces you can exchange off. And if you can just imagine both light square bishops off the board here, then knight f5 will become an absolute monster of a square. And you might get a position where you've got good knight dominating bad bishop. Because obviously, if you go knight f5 in this position, then black would take it with the bishop, and it's not so good then, because it's very hard to get an attack on the g file because you only got your rook who's able to come there. So if your king was on c1, it'd be easier.
Yeah. Maybe it's an idea to castle queenside.
Maybe, yeah. I don't think black will be repeating this. Okay, well, what about knight to g? Can you give up this pawn? What about knight to g3? That's interesting. I just want to take control of the f5 square. Was knight to g3 idea? Okay, if you take this pawn, I can either go...
Probably knight g to f5 to open g file.
Yeah, or even rook g1. Rook g1 first, maybe. Yeah, I mean, it looks like you gain quite a dangerous initiative here. Something like rook g1.
You probably can take the pawn.
Okay, and if he doesn't take the pawn, then I'm just going to plonk a knight on f5, and at least I've got knight on f5 for the rest of the game. And if you go knight e6, trying to come to d4,
you always play
just go
e3 and control the weak squares. So,
is that an idea, knight g3? Possible,
could be, yeah. At first glance, it looks.
I have to ask him about
at least dangerous,
Yeah. Okay, but I mean, like you say, Bragi was always really in control of this game, I think. I mean, he was never in danger. So, I mean, a draw against Kuzubov's obviously a very good result still. Kuzubov won it on tie-break last year, this tournament. Yeah. So let's see some more moves. And to be fair, it looks like black is the player who's really trying to draw this game. He just went for massive piece exchanges, didn't he? And white was maybe a bit unfortunate not to get more from the game. And this still looks very good.
I mean, yeah, white looks in control, but
Trying to go for bishop f5 idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it d3 now?
Okay, that looks like, yeah, good plan. Okay, Bjorn, Bragi's brother, has suggested bishop to d3 with this idea.
Yeah, just like you mentioned before, try and exchange the light squared bishops.
Yeah, I mean, just going bishop f5 is, and you can't take on g4 now because of rook g1. Just will win a piece. Yeah. Actually, this is very strong. And if h6, okay, because otherwise you lose the pawn. Yeah. Then we go for this positional bishop plan f5. Of bishop f5, and we're gonna get a position where our knight on f5 is just going to dominate this bishop on. This is horrible. Yeah. Absolutely disgusting.
King e2, rook d1. You know.
This is nearly game over, maybe. I think. Yeah. Okay, black can obviously fight quite hard here, but white has a notable advantage in this position. I mean, I'll just demonstrate some variations. I mean, at some point you have to take this. Actually, h6. How do you defend h6? So maybe black has to go something like queen f8 anyway. And then, well, we don't have to take this, but let's say we do. It's probably best to go king e2 first. And then at some point this will come off, and we can even just swap rooks off here because if we want to, we probably don't need to. And we get a position where this knight on f5 dominates
maybe we have
bishop.
to take on c8. Maybe you can play bishop e6 and try and control the f5 square.
Okay, so maybe you can do that straight away. Okay, so after bishop f5, maybe... Oh, you can't go here immediately because we take and go queen g6.
Yeah, so after queen f8, you can interpose the queen.
Okay, so queen f8. And if we go king e2, then bishop e6.
Maybe.
Maybe. But then I can... Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, so maybe. Maybe, baby. Well, what about if we go... I mean, we can even go after h6. Can we flick in this check? Let's say the king goes somewhere, king here, then we go here. The point being...
Yeah, it's a slightly worse square.
Yeah, point being, if you go here now, then I can go king e2, because if you go bishop e6, well, I just take it because I've got knight g6 check.
Yes, yes.
And the king is maybe slightly worse than the square. Actually, we can just try to go rook h3. And then just go knight f5. This is very dangerous anyway. So yeah, I mean, I think Bjorn's right. This is probably a very good chance of white to get a very nice safe advantage here, which have been. It's a pity you didn't see that because well, it would have been a great result winning. I mean, okay, he still played a very nice game. He still had a very good result, and we've got to give him full credit. But this bishop d3 is worth
d3 and maybe knight g3, which you had before, could be a possible improvement.
It's interesting as well. Yeah. I mean, I suppose if he's got this position anyway, then the way he played it was just kind of fine, really. I mean, queen e4 is so tempting because he just want to do the same thing. Yeah. But the problem is, it seemed like black was just about able to defend, and black has been defending the whole game with queen f8, bishop d3, queen h6, and now, okay. The problem now is, okay, even though you've got control of the f5 square, you've got the opposite kind of bishops. So if you're trying to win this position with white, your winning chances have gone down drastically, because any ending will probably be a draw.
Yeah, he just needs to exchange queens and put the rook on d8.
Yeah, and this is actually what he did.
Basically more or less what happened. So
yeah, I mean, he went rook d8, king e2 anyway, queen g6. Yeah, and the queen's come off now, so, yeah, so h4, and okay, we'll go for a couple
he played on for a bit, but you know.
Yeah, okay, I mean, let's say when the queen's come off, it gets dead drawn. I mean, around here, okay, now. And now here it's opposite colour bishops, and even though black's structure is slightly worse, it's no chances to win whatsoever here. If they're on the same colour squares, you can win this position, but not when they're opposite colour bishops. But still, very nice play from Bragi there. Yeah. He was the one pushing against his stronger rated opponent. Has Bragi got any GM norms? Do you know, Bjorn, has Bragi got any GM norms?
No.
Okay. You're both GM norm virgins at the moment, yeah? So, okay. Well, I'm hoping you'll both get one here. Come on. Yeah, I'm sure you've got a good chance, you know, still. Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, okay, that's a good start to get a GM norm, and obviously with 6 rounds to go, anything's possible. So, so still, a solid result. Yeah. And I don't know if we have any updates on any of the other results. I'll just see if I can get the last results up. Bear with me 1 second, then we'll call it a day on today's activities. And tomorrow's going to be very interesting because tomorrow we're going to have lots of GM clashes at the top.
Yeah, I thought we would have a few today. We just had one actually today, but
only one GM. Okay, so
going against Thursday, but
okay, yeah. But tomorrow's going to be
tomorrow definitely.
Tomorrow will be a very exciting day. So we'll do another roundup tomorrow. It's a slightly earlier start. It's 3 o'clock start live, and I think we're going to do the commentary at 7:30 tomorrow to keep it in time. So tune in at 7:30, or you can get these videos on the website as well. If you go to the archive, you should be able to find them somewhere. So all the day's commentary is on the website, so feel free to browse and find the other day's commentary. And okay, any other results we should mention there, do you think? Well, like I said, Manze drew. Still some games. No, it looks like they're all. Can we do that? The parents up? Okay, let's have a look.
Let's have a quick look.
Let's have a look. Come on. Right.
No, they aren't up. Not yet. Okay.
Not.
They haven't put it on the website.
Okay.
Apparently it's up.
Apparently it's up. Okay.
Okay. You have to press the refresh button down.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you can look at the pairings very shortly. They'll be up on the website, and well, I for one, I'm sure we'll all be interested to know who we're playing, won't we, tomorrow?
Yeah,
so
definitely.
So good day. Well, thanks for tuning in. So it's goodbye from me, Simon.
Goodbye for Ingvar. See you tomorrow, round 4.
And yeah, see you later.